Hey guys, Zach and Edwards. Today I'm going to be showing you the 2017 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 LT. It was a local trade. We have the full record of service history from day one. We did sell it from new. A couple things about it just as we walk around. Obviously, all-terrain tires with alloy wheel, GM 6-inch factory chrome running boards with HD Gatorback rubber mud flaps, a chrome rocker panel kit. Moving to the back, of course, you see we got a vinyl roll-up tonneau cover up top, corner bumper steps, backup camera, of course, hitch with a 7-pin and a 4-pin plug, and the tailgate's lockable. Now, it's not only lockable with the key, you can actually lock it with the key fob, so it's wireless. So you walk away from the truck, your cab locks, and of course, or your box locks, sorry, and with the tonneau cover, it does it all at the same time, and then it's protected so people can't get into the back. Moving up, kind of pop up to the front here. There's on the front you'll see with the grill. Obviously, in 2016 it was redesigned. This being a 17, it has that, but you'll see the wider opening for the grill, the projection beam, high and low beam headlamps, and then of course that when it's running you have a nice LED running lamp kind of to accent the front, and then of course fog lights down at the bottom. Other than that, let's go on the inside and show you some things in there. Okay, guys, so a couple quick things just upon entry here. Over on the side, of course, we have our power locks, power windows, power mirrors, all fairly standard stuff. But one of the unique things about this pickup is in addition to the window lockout, it's actually got the rear door child lockout, is electronically controlled here opposed to just on the doors themselves. So you can do it a quick on and off to allow the opening for those rear doors. Over on the driver's seat, of course, we got our full 10-way power driver's seat. Down here we got WeatherTech all-weather floor liners, and then as you can see, it's a full leather appointed interior. And as I'm going to show you on the inside, these are heated front seats. But anyways, let's hop in the cab and show you some more stuff. So on the inside of the cab, just kind of a sweep of the features we got going on here. Is up front we got 3 cup holders, 3 device holder tray, and then when this is open, there's a couple USB ports, an auxiliary audio input, and a 12-volt outlet in here. And when you have your cord to charge your device, you can actually run through these channels so you can have this closed without pinching that. Below this, we have a lockable storage down here. The lock's just on the front, and kind of a nice spot to hide some trinkets, but out of the way, and should you need it for a seat, you get that functionality. Might be a little hard to see on video, but we have another storage compartment here. And then there's also a residential style 150 watt inverter built into the truck, and then a little 12 volt kind of tucked up there as well. Moving up above that, we have dual zone automatic climate control. So you just set the temperature to where you want it. I find 22 is a nice temperature. You hit auto and then it chooses the fan speed, the direction, everything. So every time you get into the vehicle, it will just automatically go to that temperature, whether it's plus 30, minus 30. Now the unique thing with the Chevy is we have what's called an adaptive remote start. So the vehicle features factory installed remote vehicle start. And what it will do in addition to remote start the vehicle is it will take into this reading. It'll basically warm the vehicle up or cool it down to that temperature when you remote start the vehicle. So that's kind of a plus. Plus, with the heated seats, it's going to turn those on as well. There's a setting you can do that in the settings. So that's kind of neat and something that you may not have known about these trucks. Moving up from there, on the radio, of course, it's a full touchscreen. Still has a CD player, but a couple unique things. The radio itself, we have AM, FM, and XM satellite radio. It will do Bluetooth if you have a device, smartphone, that sort of thing. It'll do Bluetooth. And then, of course, as you see in the USB ports, it can be plugged into there. Now, in addition to that, we have our Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, depending on your device. So you can actually have your phone run the radio, and then things like Google Maps, iMaps, whatever, you can have your navigation built in and it runs off your phone, which is kind of neat. Other than that, things like text messages will come through. You can respond and reply. It'll read it out to you. And then, of course, last but not least, there's a shop app on the radio. And what that will do is you can download things like the Weather Channel, audiobooks, and they're just little apps that are built into the screen. And you can use that while driving, which is kind of neat and something you may not have seen in a vehicle before. Moving over to the steering wheel itself, of course, we have full driver's information center here that's fully colored, tells you things like your fuel economy, fairly standard for vehicles nowadays. But one of the unique things with the powertrain on this vehicle, which we'll get into more when we go under the hood, but it can go from V8 to V4. And one of the screens on here will actually show you when it's doing that. And obviously the benefit is, of course, you get good fuel economy. Uh, Short of that, other features on the steering wheels, we've got our volume and radio preset controls, and then, of course, cruise control. 6-speed automatic transmission with the manual shift mode, and then, of course, GM's famous tow haul mode. Over here, you might not be able to see it, but there is 4-wheel drive, of course, 4 high, 4 low. It's a 2-speed transfer case, and then also the automatic. So depending on if you feel you're not sure you need to be in 4-wheel drive, you can run an auto. It'll actually choose when to do it. And then our lights and our fog light switches. The steering wheel itself is not only tilt, but it's also telescopic as well. So you can kind of get that perfect setting for where you want to go, depending on your arm length, that sort of thing. Short of that, that's basically the front area here. We're going to show you a couple things in the back, and then we'll finish off at the engine bay. Okay, so a couple quick things in the back. Obviously, we have another WeatherTech floor mat here, and it's one piece. And the cool thing about this is it goes right underneath the seat, so it literally collects everything here, and it's really easy to clean, just pressure wash clean. The seats fold up like that. If you notice, I was able to do 2, even reach over from here. It's not hard to do. And then, of course, when they're down, you have a nice big long base, so it supports the bottom of the top half of your thighs, so it's a nice comfortable ride. Lots of headroom up here, and then in the middle, should you only have 2 passengers, you got a nice padded armrest with a couple cup holders there, so it makes riding in the back actually a somewhat enjoyable experience. Short of that, that's the back seat. Let's go to the engine bay and show you a few more things. Okay, so last thing we want to touch on the video, of course, is the powertrain under here. The truck has just over 38,000 kilometers. It's a 5.3 liter V8 engine, naturally aspirated. It's paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. A couple cool technologies that the engine has. Of course, we mentioned inside the cab about the active fuel management, the cylinder shutdown, but it also features direct injection and variable valve timing. What's neat about those two technologies is they've been around for a little bit, but they're fairly expensive technologies to put in vehicles. But what they do is they increase efficiency and increase power. And so with the 5.3, you know that you're getting the most power that we can provide in a motor of that size, and then of course the efficiency you need to go along with that. Short of that, under the hood with the GM, of course, it's finished nice and neat. You have your caps clearly labeled as to where you go, or what they are, so it's not hard to find your way around there should you care to attempt to do so. But other than that, that's basically the truck. So I'd like to thank you for watching the video, and if you have any questions, obviously we're here to help. EdwardsGarage.com or call us 403-845-3328.